And we are live. Hi, everybody. Sorry for the delay on stream today. It was just some last-minute changes to the dinner plans that I made with my dad. And we ended up going out today as opposed to Thursday, which I'm cool with. It was fine. In the end, I got to have some really good food and kind of catch up with him on some things. So, yeah. But today, our plan is more Esoteric Ebb, and today's going to be definitely around the 3-hour mark, since I did start stream a bit later. And here we have all this. Where's my model? There it is. Need to flip me around here. Hold on. Boop. And yeah, we're playing more Esoteric. So last we left off on this game, if my memory serves, we had managed to make it into the city below. Specifically, we managed to go to a labyrinth meets kind of just deeper section of the city. And through that, we managed to meet a few characters. One, we met the guy in yellow who turned out to be a prince of the Freestriders that was on some kind of like expedition to write his books on the world. And he happened to just witness the tea shop explosion. Then we also met the mushroom guy, Burr, and he was really fun. And then we also beat up a troll, which was a really good sequence. I really liked that. And now we are finally in the direction of figuring out the person that blew up the tea shop, because with the new evidence presented, we found out that somebody apparently has been using old magic to teleport throughout Tolstad, or to teleport through Norvik and Tolstad with the Pillars of Jor. And we apparently can access that ability, but we need to know how to do it so that we can track this person down. So that's going to be the objective going forward on this. There's still some things we're missing. I still haven't done the milk delivery quest, but I think that might be another playthrough kind of deal. But yeah, we are closing in on this mystery to finally figure out who done it. But yeah, so as I said, I went out to dinner with my dad, and oh man, so it was this Indian place that my dad had been to before, and he just wanted me to come over and try it with him. And I ended up having the tandoori chicken, and my dad had butter chicken, and we had this mushroom fry. Holy fuck, it was so good. Like, I'm completely stuffed because they give you a generous helping of portions, but that food was so good. Like, oh my god, it was such a tasty amount of food. So I was very happy to have gotten to go out with him for that. Hanging out with my dad's always fun. So glad to do that. Glad to have finally gotten through everything on that front. Now the question is, with all of the stuff that we've done, there's still some things. Okay, the Sphinx is open. So we can talk to the Sphinx or Viskin about the teleportation through Pillars of Jor. So I would like to actually do that real quick. But first, and here we go. We want to heal up. The goblin girl notices you approach and immediately gets her instrument ready. She takes a deep breath, preparing for the world. Okay, here we go. I haven't been able to tell her that we took care of the rent. Cleric! Lovely to see you again. Anything I can help you with? Alright, that's all. Okay, well here comes the part that's going to be fun to deal with. Not 5, F5. We can't really flirt with the Sphinx. That's going to have to be for maybe a more charisma-based playthrough, because we did manage to actually secure a date with Etir, the angel. The Sphinx takes a sip from her wine barrel. Little one, she says, and looks right through you. I need help entering the Pillar of Jor. Now, that was not a request I expected today. Might I ask, why? Honestly, it'd be good to tell her. It's got to do with the tea shop. I see. How mysterious. The Sphinx ponders your request while sipping on her wine. This is no small request, cleric. Tell you what, complete the riddle first, the difficult one, and perhaps I will consider it. She smiles. Can you give me a hint to that riddle? A hint, okay. Some kind of social taboo. Has anyone else solved this riddle? Her smile fades. Only a handful of folk have been proven worthy to enter the vault during the eons I've watched over it. I will only tell you more if you prove yourself worthy, of course. Where am I supposed to know location-based questions? Oh, something to do with you when I solved the riddle. No. Damn it, that was it. Okay, something to... Something like in a dialogue with you or whatever. Got it. Something like that. Try some other stuff. Attempting to appear mysterious. Do all ancient esoteric anticipating creatures act like this? Alright, can you tell me the riddle again? She chuckles. As many times as you want. Found within the arcane flare. Twin tongues of flame that scorch the air. Burrowed deep within the earth. A primal string to show your worth. Folk and gods in thronging herds. A divine alone howls his words. Okay, I think there's an issue when it comes to the requesting of, or with some dialogue options that don't fully highlight or don't go out of highlight when you're done with them. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Slow as a snail. We're gonna talk. Fall gently. I'm gonna ask our friend Lisa about this. The hag. All right, the dwarf is still here, so we could probably see if we could talk to him. Wait, hold on. Did we get a thing? We did. Take root. Right, the Star Witness. Be aggressive. Push over the line, destroying each worthless monster in the way. That's how you get ahead in life. Aggressive competence with a stoic demeanor. Huh? Where's this thought coming from? From you. As the adrenaline wears off, as the world comes back into perfect, regular clarity, after such a deeply euphoric fight, you're standing here, realizing you are on top. This is where you're supposed to be, the most competent man around. The fact that I'm alive is the most impressive part of this all. Part of all of this. It is also the #1 sign of your supremacy, of the size of your manhood. This taste of pure, near-instant, blood-misted death has got you hooked. You need more. More? More fights. More near-death experiences. More romance. Romance? The manly kind. Knights chasing down tyrannical dragons. Damsels being carried to safety. Empires falling and kingdoms rising. Men with goodness in their hearts bearing the burden of reigniting spirits, breaking darkness, smashing evil. You have finally reached that point. The point of actually feeling like a professional cleric. So all I need to do in order to feel like I'm good at my job is kill an extremely dangerous and probably now extinct gigantic monster. The romantic ideal of heroism, knights, and kings is fascist propaganda used to elicit unrealistic aesthetic ideals for young men, radicalizing them towards nationalistic agendas. Yeah, that kind of is it. Also, it kind of reinforces transactional-based relationships instead of genuine growth. Unrealistic aesthetics and, yeah. And what is wrong with that? It's discriminatory to appeal to human men. It makes them feel bad about the world when they get stuck working in the Lamplighters Guild, thus incentivizing violence against the system. Nationalism promotes terrible, hateful ideas. We don't want to be feudal states of old, nor do we want a repeat of arcane-era madness. We want a liberal, modern man, one who is nice and calm and loving and never hurts anybody ever. There is nothing admirable about a man incapable of force. In an ideal modern city life, you wouldn't need force. It is in such a utopia that manly force would be especially needed to... Wait. It is in such a utopia that manly force would especially need to be honed. There is a self-destructive hatred festering within men. Within you. Some might say it is driven by the forces of various powers in the world. Some might say it is inherent to this post-war era. But it does not help anyone. A man is not inherently evil for desiring greatness, nor is he mad for throwing himself into danger. There is always a need for men to take and rule and protect. What is needed is a way for men to dream freely, to aim towards the ultimate greatness of the self, aimed at helping everyone around. So they do not become thieves or tyrants or ruthless gatekeepers. If there are no positive outlets for these desires, then that is exactly where they will end up. A generation of men, told to be calm and nice, will grow up to be violent and wild. A generation of men, told to be competent and good, will grow up to be wise kings and lovable people. Simple as. I simply don't agree. Then you need to spend more time understanding yourself. Or you will continue down this false road of femininity. Feels like you might be leaning in the wrong direction here. The goal isn't to break yourself for some illusionary audience. That's true, it's, oh yes, risk assessment, baby. The larger that creature is, the more you should get paid. Not in troves or loot, that shit's a nice bonus, but you gotta get on this paper before you dive in. If you're ever fighting a troll again, you'll be doing so for a maximized hourly rate, with every possible gruesome death calculated into the final price. Your life on the line? That pouch is getting fat. Them's the rules. Like the Pest Control Guild? Sure, but like, way more lucrative. Clerics are in high demand, especially these days. Clerics with your kind of esoteric know-how? Invaluable. I do like getting paid a livable wage. Oh yes, the towers are infamous for their tight budgets after all. Gotta make a living somehow. Taking a gamble for pay is good, sure. But to actually live to tell the tale, for that you need more than luck. You need the luck of the fool. I'm lucky? Well, every time you head down here, it's a gamble. Every time you take on a job, and there will surely be even more ruthless jobs than that troll in the future, you will roll the die. That die being a 50-50 chance of death and destruction. What did the red one call it? Getting blood misted? Instantaneous smashing. That's it. That's what you're risking every time. So embrace it. Focus on being really, really lucky. You have survived long enough on gut and feeling, and ultimately pointless gambles. It is time to calculate your odds. Properly. Tell me more. As you can clearly evaluate, each time you take on a challenge, your outcomes are quite extreme. It appears you are just as likely to succeed in an unlikely and extreme manner, as much as you commonly find yourself in a radical and rather terrible failure. So saying, like, I'm just as likely to find any kind of... So it's not so much luck, I'm just bound to inevitably get that. That might be true. It is. Even by recognizing your personal skill level involved in any particular task, the overwhelming power of chance is evidently your clearest ally. This is bad. Instead, let us lean upon the strings for balance, a tightly strung balance, one born out of a beautifully carved yet balanced bell. A bell curve? Yes. If you before had an equal chance of each outcome, which is quite volatile, this would instead allow you to take control of the outcome, aligning each attempt around the center, the average. This would reliably increase your odds at succeeding at tasks you are equipped to handle, while dramatically decreasing your failure rate at those you are not. So essentially he wants me to not have the extremes of either, like, my bad failures or my good luck. I understand what this means. Obviously, it is quite rudimentary. Of course, this would impact both you and your opponents. Your strings are universal, after all. Tell me luck of the fool. If you're gonna gamble, might as well save yourself the biggest fails. Whenever you roll a natural 1, you get another result and take 1d4 damage. This effect can be repeated infinitely. Okay. Okay, so I can re-roll my natural 1s but take a die 4 of damage. Huh. Tell me more about dungeoneering reflexes. You've dodged enough shit to get down here. In the future, you'll be ready for anything. Whenever you roll 10 or below, add an extra proficiency to the roll. That's pretty nice. Professional cleric? This is it. You feel it. Finally, you are competent. You cannot critically fail. That's pretty nice, too. Curved yet balanced bell. Naturally, you should take on challenges you are capable of succeeding at. This will lower any risks involved. Whenever any d20 is rolled, the strings of drawer causes the outcome to lean towards 10. The chances of critical rolls are diminished. Okay, so I either have diminished chances of critical rolls of either critical success or failure. I get rid of my critical failures. I add more to my proficiency rolls, or if I roll 10 or below, I get proficiency. Ready to make a decision. These are all tools of your trade. Each will help you in some way. Your choice here is to focus on one path. The gambler, the delve, the veteran, or the thinker. I think dungeoneering. Time to make a proper living. Thus it goes. Guess I'm a troll killer now. Alright. Yeah. I don't know, some of those feats are pretty damn interesting. And handy sounding. Crypt Keeper. Oh, right, the Crypt Keeper guy for Speak with Dead. But I wanted to talk to the hag first. I have a feeling maybe the Crypt Keeper will be in below Viskin's area. I mean, we're near there anyway. Can we let her know? Lingonberries. Right. She wanted those. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to find lingonberries. I'm gonna suspect that maybe I just won't be able to finish some of these quests right now. Which is fine. It's just probably a future playthrough thing where I look it up, because I wouldn't have any idea where I find them, because the only shops that I know of right now are the kiosk shop with Arn, the shop with the halfling. I can't think of, I literally can't think of any other stores. He wipes his brow and yells down. I found those ruins you were looking for. Yes. And I found the symbol on the ruins. The symbol of a sun. Yes. I don't remember what voice I gave him. It has been a minute since I last saw him and talked with him. He lowers his head, letting it hang for a while. Then he lets out a roar. For Helved! His little buddy joins in and screeches. That's not a good sign. Huh? The dwarf takes a deep breath. A sun means those ruins are just the same as these, he says and taps the stone beside him. They're consecrated. The white means they'll never consecrate a sacred gate. Damn it! Oh, I'm sorry. Don't be. This means only one thing. This lead us off, he scoffs. Oh well, time to regroup and rethink. After the election, that is. Here. He tosses his pickaxe to you. That's a little trick we have in the delving business. A custom-made detect secret-infused pickaxe. A magic item as payment. Not bad. Detect secret. This is very useful. Sure is, bror. You've earned it, cleric of Norvik. Of course, the pickaxe is a bit wonky. The keyword is supposed to be secret, as in you say the word secret, and the pickaxe casts the spell. But it doesn't quite work, so do with it as you please. Wonky magic items can be dangerous, or hilarious. Anyhow, I'll be packing up soon. I'm done here. Thanks again, saved me a ton of time and effort. Maybe in a few months you'll join me for a real expedition. Could be fun. That sounds like a death wish. I'll think about it. Think hard and long. You've got time. And if there's anything else, just let me know. Okay, so what do we have? We have a highly dysfunctional pickaxe. It's supposed to point towards the nearest secret, a trap, fake wall, or somewhere other dungeoneering goodies are hidden. However, when you wield it, it just keeps trying to point upwards, making it impossible to actually use. Oh, so it's just it's perpetually pointing upwards. Okay. Strength and intelligence. I got enough examining. You inspect the pickaxe. Along the shaft, you see the glowing runes. Along the shaft, you see those glowing teal runes spelling out secret. The dark dwarf told you it could be used to cast detect secret. It is non-functioning. Looking at it for more than 2 seconds reveals the reason why. One of the magic runes has been sliced in half. Normally, magic items do not break so easily. So by your estimation, this faint damage must have been made by something equally magical. Perhaps a +1 sword, or an esoterically sharp tea table corner. Also, ad break starting in about 4 minutes, heads up. Intelligence D4? I think I can get that. Hell yeah. This is nothing like your regular memorization. A spell scroll or codex is often nothing more than taking the original content and transcribing it, putting the various esoteric stages to memory in the process. A magic item, however, is crafted to only output those stages per automata, not giving any insight into the inner workings. It is, by definition, reverse engineering. Oh, then I should be able to retract the steps of the pickaxe esoteric activation, which strings are being pulled and when, writing them down step by step. Yes, normally that could work, even if it is a highly difficult and slow process. However, this pickaxe is broken. It does not perform those esoteric stages in proper order. Or more likely, one of the stages is broken, entirely due to the last rune being sliced. It will, no matter what you do, take around 3 hours for you to do this. Make sure you have time before you commit. It'll be 1 a.m. by the time I finish it. Good to know. Let's go talk to Viskin. Well, do I want to talk to Viskin? I feel like if I do, I'm going to end up owing him. I'm not sure if I want to do that because he is a lich. But hey, I mean, at least we learned some stuff. I just need to figure out the riddle. So, tongues of flame where gods dwell. I have a feeling she's talking about the city below, or at the very least, the Pillar of Jor. So maybe if I go to where the pillar is, or at least one of the spots. The Pillar of Jor towers before you. So someone went inside this thing, huh? Yes, it appears so. You'll have to be real careful if you want to follow into a gate like this. But you can do it. Guess I should go to the top of pillar if I want to try to enter it. Yes, you should. Alright, well, I have a feeling we're going to end up with another Council of Viskin meeting if I go up there. But if I have Snell with me, maybe the outcome will be different, and I'm not going to just get completely mauled by Kraid. Man, we have so many quests. Actually, you know what? Crypt. We're going to go there first. Because I have a feeling if there was any time of night that this guy would be down there for me to learn Speak with Dead, it would be now. The question is, where the fuck was that crypt? Wasn't there. That's where the bugbear is. Alright, well the ads are about to start. So 3 minutes of ads with an hour of no pre-rolls. So hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we will be right back. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Alright. So, I think... I really wish I remembered where specifically this was. Was it through here? That was the gelatinous cube. That was the dead paladin. That was where we found Meek. And then down here was Kraid. How did I find that for the first time? I'm so... We found that. That was the hallway. Was it down here? No, that's the ruins. That's a shortcut leading out to Lisa's cabin. This was the fire hallway. This led down to the city below. Really wish I had turned undead earlier. Was it lower? It's a long way down. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, no, here it was. God, that is conspicuous as fuck. I probably had to pass a perception check. Here's the crypt. Oh. The duck is here. Wait, no. Behold. Nope. Son of a bitch. All right. The Dark Knight stands in the crypt. He does not face you. You are no threat to him. He is very, very still. Unmoving. Unbreathing. Excuse me, His armor creaks. His body moves. A voice. Soldier. Well fought. Oh, against the skeleton? He holds out a gauntlet towards the open tomb. Divinity hold ground. I feel it. This guy scares the shit out of me, Snell whispers to you. Such an edgelord. What do you mean? Feel it, soldier. The windy voice barks at you. Hold out a hand towards the tomb. The string. One of utmost importance. It cradles here, within this one point. The first tomb of your god. Grip the string. You do so with decisiveness. There is no question of the sanctity of this place, but you have never understood it so well. Something has changed within you. It reminds you of that cantrip you used to cast all the time. Thaumaturgy. Oh! Cast it. A power swells within you. Use thaumaturgy to unveil sacred locations around the city. The Dark Knight says nothing more. He simply picks up his axe and leaves. You hear him take the stairs up to the Temple of Earth, leaving you alone in the crypts. Alright, that was actually not bad. Where does this take you? It's barred tight. Through Tolstad, okay. Well, I guess maybe that's not the crypt we're supposed to... Well, that's the only crypt in the city I know of, so... I don't know, maybe we come back to that much later. Because I feel like Speak with Dead would be really valuable to have. Alright. We'll see if Viskin is up to something. Thaumaturgy. Transmutation cantrip. You manifest minor harmless wonder, a sign of supernatural power that allows you within range. That follows you within range. The effect allows you to commune with sacred entities and locations, granting you potential bonuses. I thought it could make gusts of wind happen. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. Nope. Okay, so no meeting. Yes, he says with a smile, putting away some of the documents before him. I need help entering the gates of Jor. I'm sure you do. You're not surprised? He takes a deep and eerily long breath. Lil surprises me these days. He coughs once. Why not? You know how to get in? I do. This is no major secret. However, the method is quite difficult. To enter the Pillar of Jor, through the crack left in the gate, you will need astral projection. The 9th level spell? Indeed. You would need a spell scroll. That is the only reasonable manner to solve this. Then how about a spell scroll? He nods. Precisely, cleric. A spell scroll of astral projection. An extremely powerful item, no doubt. However, it would not be so strange for one to be found in the halls beneath us. Of course, despite your natural acumen for string manipulation, you do not possess the ability to cast 9th level spell scrolls reliably. If you acquire one, bring the scroll to me. I will cast it for you. You can cast 9th level spells? I can reliably cast 9th level spell scrolls, yes. Admittedly, that is no small feat, but it is not to be conflated with the power to freely wield 9th level magic. Doing so is unheard of since the Coast War. I'll find one. I'm afraid I cannot assist you in locating such an artifact. As such, I wish you good luck, cleric. Alright. In that case... No, I do not want to use Bless. I did not mean to do that. It is nice that you seem to be able to just use your keyboard for most of your controls in this game. So I guess we really got to go back into the city below, because from everything that it sounds like, we need to go down that way again. All right. And I imagine there are a lot of layers to this game that you can really get through to truly get a whole lot of potential cool stuff from it, but I wanted to at least just do the one playthrough, you know? Yeah, and we did that already. There's Kraid. All right. Might as well. Let's see. And there's a tier again. You approach the entrance once more. Go through it again. This time you know the safe path. I wonder if maybe I could get the scroll in a different route. No, because... No, they have to have it at a guaranteed spot at least. God, I love the art style of this game. It's so cool. I love the way the environments look. You step out onto the edge. The vast undersea chasm greets you, its teal mist looking inviting. Look at the wall beneath you. On it, you see a colorful depiction of a battle. Snails versus a dragon. The red scales, the many-colored flames. This is Esuth, the wild dragon who claimed this land for his own. The archetypal tyrant. Can you, be as it is? Listen to her. I see you. Meet Eomestra? Oh my god, we just made that. It is whelming. A great connection. Your answer. Get closer. Kneel down, touch the stone. You feel it twist beneath you, turning wide, swallowing, consuming every flake of skin off of your surface. All of it, to have you melt away into the stone. This is it. Yes. The lowest part of architectural, infrastructural, ontological, megatological base. Wait, the lowest point of architectural, infrastructural, ontological, megatological, megatonical, not megatonical base. Ontological ontological megatonical base, the lowest point of the city. This is where she watches. Greetings. Hello? Greetings, young one. Oh, that's a new voice. Beware, it is powerful. I am no harm to you, Etir, nor am I in any way opposition to your goals. That's an ominous way to start a conversation. I should be more clear then. I ask nothing of you, but a word. But that's something. Something? A word is something. You are a semantic man. Most of your kind are. Arcanist. I'm no arcanist. Interesting. But you look like one. Through the strings. I wish to see you. Close and near. For you are being watched by one such ignorant flame. Yet I know not why. I'm being watched by what? I'm being watched by what? The voice turns into a vast wind, soaring across the misty chasm. Then it forms once more into words, that feminine sigh seeping into your ears. I am Eomestra, the second apprentice. I hold no sovereignty over these lands, nor do I wish to uphold any divine delusions. I am a ghost, trapped in stone, bound by duty. What is your duty? My duty is to this place, purely as a location. I am its shepherd, a custodian. I keep it from breaking apart in the splitting of its seams. That is all. Who trapped you here? I cannot say. You're not allowed to say? That is correct. Yet I cannot tell you more. What's it like being in the wall? It is nothing, mostly. My perception is not the same as yours, young one. I need to strain, to push myself in order to even have this regular conversation. I cannot do this often or readily. What do you want to tell me then? In truth, I cannot tell you anything. And why is that? For the same reason this realm exists. For that I am sorry. It is selfish of me to steal this fray from you. I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. Your goblin companion is nervously looking around. Cleric. Oh, this woman, this accursed ghost. She has already placed something on you. All the strings around your body are disconnecting, one by one. You cursed me? Feel your body falling apart. It is already done. Do not fret. Instead, listen. I see clearly the magnificent non-impact of your death. That is why you are being watched. You are one in a magnitude, most likely. A simple mortal with a faint inclination for the esoteric, whose strings somehow align themselves with that ultimate split. The 50-50. Start to feel sick. If you truly are watched, and if you truly have this potential, seek 3 strings. Number 1, do not attempt to speak with me, or you will end in another fray. Number 2, attempt to speak the key word for the hidden cache within this mural of Esuth. This will remove the power stone, disallowing this conversation from ever taking place. And finally, number 3, seek not to uncover the secret of the ignorant flames. The glimpses so far have been a curse upon your strings. Feel blood rushing from your eyes and mouth. Remember this keyword, young one. Remember, the keyword is Lugal Men. You watch a tear rush to your side. Then you see Snell yelling at the top of his lungs something about healing magic. Then, fall over the edge. Cleric! You feel nothing in the end. Nothing but a feminine sigh. Reach the end. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Your body is consumed by some ancient curse. You die before you even hit the gravity flip. Lugalmen. Oh. Oh, we got cursed. I see. Where do we start off in? Okay, Viskin. All right. Interesting. Huh. Well, I still want to go to the city below, because I feel like talking to that pillar may yield something. Oh god, wait, we have to go through getting to talk to the duck again. So, turn this way. Then this way. I wasn't expecting that. Honestly, I didn't really know what to expect. Oh, wait, no, we saw the duck before we talked to Viskin, and the game autosaved on me. Never mind. All right, so we're gonna go away of here. That's fascinating, though. Okay, so the second apprentice and something involving that mural just completely fucked us over really badly. We still have to also find that fifth rat. As I said, there's a lot of quests here that I just don't have the capacity to finish right now because we are in the second to last in-game day to do this, I think, to find out who destroyed the tea shop. All right. Now let's not interact with the freaky-ass mural again. Instead, we're gonna talk to the freaky-ass pillar. Okay, so that's a cursed thing. He's still here? A true free strider. That's basically all we get. Alright. Can we go further? Oh, we can go further. Oh, this isn't the end. The pillar of Jor towers before you. Touch the mossy pillar. You place your palm against the damp and soft surface. Yes. There's a sentience inside. The strings are connected with something beyond. It is easier to make out down here. It appears the esoteric power grows more intense the further down you go. Logically, this could indicate there is a central point somewhere within the undercoast where the power is at a climax. Unfortunately, you cannot reach so deep. No one probably can. However, you could try to reason with this sentience, if you so desire. It could prove useful. I'll quick save there, but I want to go this way, since we now know your stomach churns. Oh, a helmet! At the foot of the snail ruins, you watch a mass of writhing roots move about, ever so slowly, around a series of corpses. Skeletons, to be precise. Look at the skeleton in the center with the... That is a lovely helmet. You see it, straddled upon the brow of a skeletal face. It must be late Fade era, or early Divine era. However, a corpse would never remain in this intact over hundreds of years without esoteric means. Most likely these were adventurers from a later era who simply used the ancient helmet. I hope you're not thinking of what I think you're thinking. It looks like the type of helm that would bring great mindfulness, as well as the wisdom of a previous era. Oh, I'm thinking. The roots wriggle and writhe a bit more. I really want that helmet. Then you better take it, quick and easy. Just don't get caught. That'd be bad. Maybe later. Hey, Atir, can you burn this bush down or something? You know, with your radiant fire? Hurting nature is a fool's choice. More than usual, within these green paths, I would advise you leave it alone. So you can't burn it down? Cleric, I do not wish to do it. Now cease. The goblin nudges you. Yeah, I'll stop. He nods. I'll do it. +2 wisdom, minus con and perception. Uh-oh. Can you grab it for me? Could? Sure. Should? Probably. Will? Absolutely not. All right. Dang it. What's this? Why do I get to talk to this root? You stare up at the wall of the ruin. Thick, rubbery vines drape over the ancient, spiraling concrete. It is a vertical ascent of roughly 20 feet. The Tulin did not do stairs. Whatever steps you have found in their architecture are added eras later. The vines are slick with fungal humidity. It's going to be slippery. It's going to be rough. Cast Druidcraft. You weave the primal strings to bring the vines more closely together. Nice! This should make things simpler. Is there even anything useful up there? Of course there is. There always is, right? You have a distinct feeling. Somewhere up there, someone is calling out. Someone lost long ago. Inspect the structural integrity. You pull on a vine, it holds. But it releases a puff of yellow spores. Cough. Ugh. The air down here is thick, heavy. Focus. The climb is doable. Alright, so either roll could work, but I want to see, what's the deal with this snail thing here? Also, is that just an apple? It's just an apple. Lingonberries! For Lisa! Enter. Old prison. Oh, this is a big save area. Hold on. Do you have any idea? Master, beware! How frustrating you are! The mask is back on, but she is not hiding her voice anymore. Why does this young woman want to kill you so badly? Time to teach her a lesson. One more time, eh? This piece of shit. Don't let him get away this time. My initiative rolls are so ass. Oh shit, watch out! The masked assassin lunges forward. Die, die, die! The dagger connects, an agonizing feeling shudders through. Something's different about her this time. This is a desperate attack. Snell spins his sling. The bullet flies dangerously close to the assassin's head, missing only due to constant movements. As the angel readies her sword, dark energy surrounds her. A hex, but from where? What? There's a flash of surprise on the angel's typically impassive face. The malicious energy swirls around her. She fails to swing her sword. The face of the assassin. You face the assassin, consider your options. What exactly is your plan here? Killing you, fucker. Well, that's obvious. It's not working out so far, is it? The masked assassin flurries her dagger. They seem particularly desperate. I want to understand this. There is desperation here. This assassin goes to great lengths to remain concealed. They want anonymity. But today, there is no such fear. Or they have a greater fear that trumps it. That's it. They are being pressured into this attack, forced into this attack. This is their final chance, which means this is your final chance to reach them. This is serious. Some sort of squirming shadow has already started forming around the assassin. The shadows formed begin to writhe and spit out tentacles. Padnusu kishti numuezu. The tenebrous coils grab and slap at you, carving deeply into your very spirit. The goblin is struggling with the tentacles as well. Etir seems to be faring better, but is also occupied by the squirming darkness. Why do you keep doing this? Stop! The assassin tries to fake out the goblin as he winds up another shot. Fuck you! He fires off the stone, hitting him squarely in the upper thigh. The masked one, while actively channeling potent dark energies, lets out a high-pitched scream. Jesus, are you a kid or something? We don't want to hurt you. Stop fighting. Fuck you. Etir seems to be able to touch the energies that specifically swirl around her. She simply grabs them, and you watch as the ornate hex turns to a stark yellow, white brightness. She crushes the desperate tendrils together into a sphere of scalding light. May darkness burn, then hurls it at the assassin. It's just like, that's cool. The assassin jumps out of the way, just barely avoiding getting hit by the radiant flames. You horde fascist! Die already! The tentacles aren't done trying to rip you apart just yet. They're placed such as you can't make it to the assassin before you deal with them. Smart. What do you do to deal with them? Stop hitting me with those! The assassin returned to the chant. Hasu kisti lahu pa. You can't talk your way out of this. Con. You cannot be fucking serious. You brace your body against the tentacles, confident you can resist the damage this time. You cannot. They tear deeply into your very spirit. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is going poorly. Things are deteriorating. The assassin's knife glows with dark energy. Heavy smoke spills from its edges and drifts as though suctioned into the mask. The smoke clears, the mask firmly planted on her face, glowing faintly. Silda kurs karpa mut. The assassin's eyes turn black as the shadowy tentacles begin to rise once again. There is no other resource. It's time to finish this. The masked assassin lifts her hand like a puppeteer, and the tentacles follow. One after another, the tentacles latch onto you, focusing their ire on your helm. Your helm. Queasy death throbs in your blood. The goblin whips another rock at the assassin. The shadowy tentacle slaps it out of the air at blinding speed. Oh gods! Cleric, this must end. Now. She grabs her blade and flies towards her target. The swing cuts through thick layers of shadowy tentacles, clearing most of the path for you. One last chance. You will finish this. Okay, thank God. You stomp through demonic tendrils, charging like an enraged gullbear up to the hapless assassin. Gullbear, a feathered yet land-bound monstrosity native to Ascani, lives upon the coast and is famous for its many attacks upon travelers or Norvikian roads. Your gauntlet, meeting her face. The assassin wobbles and bends, one final jab. You punch again, and that is that. The dagger flies across the chamber. The assassin collapses, unmasked and unconscious. There is a lull as the chaos of the fight abruptly cuts off. She's just a kid. A dangerous child indeed. It's a pity to see someone choose to be dangerous when they're so young. The assassin's eyes, now fully maskless, open. You step forth. Fucking bullshit! Depression. Acceptance. You're a little shit, you know that? Go fuck yourself. Let's just take her to the dungeon. She's earned it. That would be protocol. However, the angel swoops in, her many eyes peering onto the wannabe assassin. What is it? It appears we will have to rethink this apprehension plan. Why? Etir pulls back the girl's hood slightly to reveal her face more clearly in the dim light. Oh shit. Oh shit! Wait, what the hell's? Wait, are you? If you actually tell my dad about this, I'm going to actually kill you. Oh, Nicholas Darrow's daughter. The girl scowls. Oh, the magistrate is not going to like this. Well, this certainly is an embarrassing situation. Darrow clearly has some family issues to deal with. How terrible. You feel for anyone forced to be born into such a high-class family. Holy shit. Yeah, take an LR. It'll last longer. LR, common shortening for light reflection, referring to the image capturing method light reflection, referring to the image capturing method of using the mirror cantrip and light cantrip simultaneously in order to brand a surface with a perfect visual representation of whatever the mirror is reflecting. It's a popular and cheap alternative for paintings. That's really interesting. Like, we have bikes and technically photographs. Now, will you let me go? What makes you think that is even remotely a possibility? Because I'm so nice? She gives you a sad smile. No, you don't get to be snarky after what you've done. No? Go shove that stupid slingshot up your ass, Goblin. It's not a... He shakes the leather strap. It's a sling. It's a weapon, not a damn slingshot. He is very correct. Even a child with a sling can bring down a giant. Young lady, she tenses up. I have a duty to your father. You are included in that duty. That you have tricked me into assaulting you like this is highly annoying. Her normally monotone, telepathic voice is instead shot out into all your minds like a rumbling volcano. You are going to immediately take... Freitas laughs. What are you going to do if I don't? Kill me? Your angelic companion lets out a strange wobbling noise. She is furious. Let's put it like this. I'm going to walk out of here, and you're not going to mention a single word about this to my dad. In return, I'll stop trying to kill you, okay? So you've been stalking me all this time, huh? You're not exactly difficult to find. True. Yeah. You do realize how loud you are when you're stomping around in those boots? Hey, he can be as loud as he wants, you hear? Where'd you get all this cool gear? What do you think? A magic item store? No. Did your dad buy it all? No. A dungeon crawl? No. A lady in a pond? No. Sure, that's why I'm asking. Jesus, what an idiot. That's uncalled for. Ugh. Tell me about the magic you were casting. No? Now let me go. Sure, I'm just wondering one thing. Why? Why what? Why the fuck are you trying to kill me? Why? Why are you trying to kill me? Well, the girl glances at the mask on the ground beside her. Snell kicks it away. No, answer him. Fuck it. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. I signed up for his stupid fucking deal, okay? Whose deal? I needed easy spell slots. He wanted an extra pair of eyes. Win-win. But then he starts asking for these night outings and reconnaissance missions. Then he tells me to push some dumbass cleric into the river. I don't like killing people, but sure. Totally worth it. She pushed me in the river. Oh. But then you come back, you asshole. And whatever I do, you just keep fucking... As she speaks, the mask next to Snell begins to glow. Get down! Damn it. Knew that would happen. Esoteric bullshit. Explain. You happy now? I just broke my damn contract because of you. That is a blessing, young lady. She lets out a loud groan. I am a warlock. Or was. I had a whole thing worked out with Mr. Toilet Worm. Mr. what now? Ugh, whatever. I don't care anymore. This deal was ass, and I didn't want to do it anymore anyway. So there, I'm actually perfectly fine with my awesome mask being turned to dust. It's fine, really. She does not sound very fine with it. She gets up and drops her cloak. I'm going to leave now. And to Tyr, you don't say a word about this to Dad. Do you believe for a moment I care for any of your puny commands? Oh God, it's puny commands. Do whatever you want then. I'm actually going now. Should I just let her go? She has lost her patron. This does not mean she loses her powers entirely, even if they were channeled through that mask. But since she clearly has no reason to continue in her misguided attempt at killing you, you might as well let her go. Let her go. A young girl gets caught up in trouble. Best you can do is cut her some slack. She will surely learn from her mistakes. There is darkness in her. You do not wish to remain near her for long. Fine. The bratty teenager starts walking towards the exit. And seriously, do not tell Dad. The angel's many eyes turn to you after the angel's water. The angel's many eyes turn to you after following her out of the chamber. This will be handled at a later date, I assure you. Ha! The goblin lets out a series of stilted laughs. Fucking hells! A teenage girl. And your boss's daughter. It's actually funny, you have to admit. Oh well. Let's go see if Mr. Toilet Worm is hiding in any of these tunnels. I suggest caution. There will surely be more dangerous things in this cursed place. Make agrees, you your scarf mutter, then shiver. Bad saying here, deeper. In the grand hall around you, the one so filled with the sound of clashing blades, now grows eerily quiet. You see two paths, each leading into darkness. Excuse me. Time to see what's down here. All right, well, we're going to do another prayer of healing. And then eat apple. If I knew there was a fight down here, I would have for certain healed up more. All right, let's take this path. Actually, that looks like something really important. clicked off the game on accident. What the hell are these? A snail door that seems eerie. You approach an iron door. This one bears a symbol of chains with a comically crude little devil drawing underneath. It is simply how these folk wrote language, with images. I don't like this one. It's wrong. The air feels wrong. Oppressive. Heavy. An infernal oppressive force, the angel tells you telepathically. There is a devil inside. An ancient evil. You cast the spell. Words shift, meaning clarifies. Then, comprehensible words emerging from the chatter of a foreign language. Waiting so long, can you understand me now? Perfect clarity. Yes! A heavy exhale, relief. Good. Now listen, I'm a prisoner here, not by the Tulikatl, but by the mad wizard who roams this cursed place. He, by some feat of my own idiocy, managed to trick me into this cursed cell. By now, my soul has all but burned into the void inside, so please, rip the seal and kill me. I would owe you quite a great deal if you did. You sure are talking a lot. I've been here for a long time, stranger. Indulge me. Mad wizard? A man of House Hagenshags. He went mad years ago, taken by the beyond, surely, by now. I came to these ruins via the Undercoast Sea, all to avoid you humans above. Yet the trove he promised me was but a ruse. No offense, but I'm not one to ever put my hope in a human again. None taken. I hate humans. A self-loathing human. Oh, how the times have changed. Who are you? I am... He pauses. A soldier. He's saying something interesting here. Maybe. Somewhat. Something. Ow. Here's an idea. Yeah? Tell him something about yourself and see if you get something in return. Hey, so I'm very lonely and sometimes have nightmares about being alone. Can you tell me more about your life? The voice remains silent. Snell looks at you with an intrigued expression. It tears many eyes look away. All of them. That is an interesting thing for you to tell me. I would prefer not to, though, but thank you. Shit. What do you want? Freedom. Simple, direct. Break the seal. Let my spirit fly. I will return to Gogorian's corpse, as I should have done years ago. You want to return to a corpse? Does it sound insane to you? A little? I see. I've decided what to do. Oh? Will you kill me, human? His voice is calm, patient. A soldier waiting for orders. Yes, I'll break the seal. Thank you. Break the seal. Set me free. Rip it. You grab the paper. It tears easily. Too easily. The seal shatters. Light erupts. No flame. Not smoke. It's spirit. A devil's essence. It rushes past you. Into your mind. Don't let it in. Oh my god, just past that. The spirit passes. You feel it brush against your soul, but it doesn't take hold. Wonderful. Thank you, human. Then you hear a faint cackling laugh. A whisper. Fading. Fading into nothing. Let it fade. The door now stands cold, empty. The devil is gone. Flying across the coast. To Blood City Bay. To regenerate. I didn't just doom someone, did I? It is possible. The angel offers no comfort. Snell steps up and taps you on the back. I wouldn't worry about it. Now, can we go? Yeah, let's do this. Also, I'd like to restore some spell slots. So we finally learned about who killed us. Or tried to, rather. It was Darrow's daughter this whole time. Wow. You approach the iron door. On it, a paper carrying a symbol. It looks like a flame. Heat. Radiating. Is it just me, or is that door a bit hot? The air almost shimmers. An elemental. The angel sends you a message. Your goblin companion takes a step away from it. A faint sound, like a whisper in the tunnel. Mortal. That's me, hello. I wish for you to know my peril. I am Galbatar, the one of the periled flame. Of the pearled flame. Pearled? Pearled. I have been trapped here for many eras. As the top of the Efreti of the Crimson Court, I would go to heavens and hells to serve you, if you only destroy the seal which holds me here. What happens if I break this? Freedom. Power. I will grant you wishes. Lies. It will kill you. Or enslave you. Genies do not give freely. Wait, if you've been sealed for this long, do not think, act, only act. It doesn't want you to think. The seal keeps you alive, doesn't it? Silence. Long. Heavy. You know nothing, mortal. You know enough. The iron door is a stasis. Break it, and the Efreti dies. I have been here for eons. If I die, so be it. It would rather die than stay imprisoned. Noble or mad? Sorry, your choice. Yes! Press your ear against the door. The metal burns. You could have foreseen that. Careful. Rip the seal. You grab the paper. Heat surges. Burning. Yes! Yes! Break it! The Efreti roars with triumph. Free me, mortal! You must. The seal resists. For a moment, the paper feels hard as steel. Then you see little cracks. The paper explodes into ash and flame. Yes, I am! The voice cuts off. Not gradually, like instantly. Like a candle snuffed. It is gone. The door grows cold. Silent. Is it dead? It was a spirit. Now that spirit is gone. The seal was the only thing keeping it intact. The seal is gone. The Efreti is gone with it. Cold iron. No heat. No life. Empty. Like it was never there. Not F1, hold on. Don't I have something that can get exhaustion off of me? Also, Tier's having a time over there. Oh, wait, no, hold on. It was 8 p.m. when I came down here, so now I'm, like, at, 9 p.m. I'm stupid. I was reading that clock wrong again. Let's rest, actually. If we can get one exhaustion point removed, that'd be nice. There we go. I'll take some time needed. There we go. What in the fuck is this? Rabbits riding snails, snails fighting dragons. This place is really weird. I just wandered in here. The fuck? Okay, also, ad break starting in 4 minutes. I forgot to say. There's something in the water. Get in the water? Epic the Musical? You approach the edge, and terror arises. What the fuck? Hello, run. Ever glad hymn in the pipes. The maw below. You hear hyperventilation coming out of the goblin. Beast of the far realm. She looks ready to strike. Can you truly stand against a creature of the void? No. No chance in any hells. Pray and kneel. Everything is shaking. Try to calm down. Breathe. Try. 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 I have to roll a 9 to fail that one. You stand before the maw. Hold in your guts and let your heart pump its blood. You face the vast darkness of empty space and those abominable eyes. Far have you delved, it says. I am happy to greet you. The aberration's voice reverberates against the cold, wet walls of the sewer chamber. Naru supir, I am enamored, impressed, lucky to witness. Shivers, 1,000 eyes, each focused on you. This is something evil. This is indeed a creature of the far realm. A trifler, yet larger than any specimen you've ever read about. Be wary. Now, speak. I'm not looking for trouble, yet you live in it, Naru. There are ways to escape it. I can show you paths. Phrase. I have some questions for you. Knowledge is a commodity. Knowledge is my trade. I am a simple merchant. Trade run. Trade with me. Itir, what do you suggest? You see her clinging onto her blade. A telepathic message in your mind says, this is beyond our combined strength. I suggest diplomacy. Her voice carries hints of doubt and fear. This thing won't kill me? It does not look like it. Not now. Are you okay, Snell? He nods without taking his eyes off the horrific aberration. Yeah. He takes a breath after holding it for a while. Don't fuck this up. Please. Clear your throat and ask the monster. I have to pay you to ask questions? Each thought carries costs. I am generous. Cheap thoughts I give freely. Expensive ones will require sacrifice. Actually, maybe I should try my, not Molag Bal, the fucking guy from the, drop my water bottle, the Dragonborn DLC guy. I forget his name, the tentacle Daedric Prince. I'll try the voice after the ad break, though, so 3 minutes, then an hour for no pre-rolls after, so hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need to do, and we will be right back. And we're back. All right, I got a slight refresher on how that voice went in the Dragonborn DLC, so I'll give my best on that one. What are you? I am the other, which is beyond. Not the big other. That you keep close to your chest. The small other. That is I,
what you find yourself longing for in the dark.
His words focus on the concept of authority versus outsider. There is an other within any relationship, the third party of society. He, however, identifies as the separate other, outside of your society. That's very philosophical.
Yes.
What is this place?
Stones laid by snails. This was their prison, a complex to throw the unwanted and wicked for centuries. They then burned. Millennia pass. Dwarves repurposed it. A cistern. Each pipe spread to voices, thoughts, talks, and whispers. I love it.
A deep growl causes the ground to near quake. Your guts print against your own throat. Do you have a license for this pool? The maw widens slightly a few painfully long seconds after you finish your question.
I have never been asked that question.
Yes, I'm very original. It lets out a low chuckling growl along with the answer.
Yes, Ron. To answer, I bought a delve and prospected the license under my legal name in 501 AE.
Oh, actually?
Yes, the paperwork is archived. If you require it, I can get it prepared within 5 to 7 office days.
It's fine, I just wanted to check.
Consider it checked.
Are you the one called Everglad?
Yes, that is the name I adopted. The original title of my claim was considered too difficult. When I signed my first warlock servant, we agreed upon a more modern name. Everglad we chose. It is appropriate. It shows my everlasting happiness. The beast's
elongated maw appears to widen even further. So your original name was just too incomprehensible. Hold on, a friend of mine's just replying to a friend real quick. Okay. So your original name was just too incomprehensible for us mortals to use, I presume.
No, it was just hard to pronounce. I am laughing.
I see.
You are, and you will.
Wait, warlocks?
Yes, you had run-ins with my former servant, the girl.
So you're the one who sent her to kill me?
Yes. A big misunderstanding. Freya did not perform.
Wait, Freya? Oh, I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Freya did not perform as to her promised level. We went over it many times. It was not a sudden decision, I assure you. I made sure to go through the appropriate steps. I offered training, magical enhancements, hex incantations, and even free knowledge. None of it was enough to get her to the appropriate performance. Thus we had ended up having to cut the patronage short. Very unfortunate. It is not often my warlocks end their service in anything other than death.
He clacks his massive teeth together.
I go through one servant at a time, so the position is now open. Interested?
Cleric? The goblin looks worried.
I would ask your goblin friend. However, I sense hesitation for outsourcing on his end.
Aha. You send your warlock to kill me and then offer me their job? As your servant?
Well, it is something to be considered. Your performance, after all, is very admirable.
Can I think about it?
Of course. We can discuss it later. I do not wish to push you into anything. I offer nothing but the best of terms as a patron of the dark.
By the gods, do not. The maw. It beckons. You haven't explained why you tried to kill me.
That is correct.
Why did you try to kill me?
Such knowledge comes at a price.
The monster's eyes focus on you.
There are many things I know.
Shit. Hold on, didn't mean to do that.
There are many things I know. Many things I know you want to know. My trade works as such. You tell me a secret I do not know, I then grant you access to knowledge beyond yourself. A fair exchange. Free trade.
You sure you're not a free strider?
Not quite, no. Though I admire their propensity for intrigue.
The tentacles writhe around the cistern.
It goes like this. You hand me a secret, I value its depth. I grant you knowledge in return. A fair trade is offered, I assure you.
How can I trust you to deliver? His maw opens slightly. The darkness within stirs the bottom of your innards.
I have no interest in your demise. That much I can say for free.
The monster then stares at you, waiting to be fed a secret from the crevices of your mind. What secrets could I possibly give this thing? That is a question you know well the answer to. The creature will know. What you want here is just for him to tell you why he was trying to kill you, right? That's the main secret, yes. However, do you have what it takes to actually share a deep part of yourself with this abomination? I should try something else. Fine. What if I told you a secret about myself? A personal secret. Have you seen a paladin around here? Some by the name of Lord Gorm?
Ah, you ask of the last paladin of your faded god.
Do I have to sell my soul to get this info?
Sadly, I cannot offer a deal here. You're Lord Gorm, this missing paladin. You have already found his stash in the city below. That is all you will find upon this material realm.
That's pretty ominous.
Yes, but I cannot say more.
The monster smiles, as always. Are you illegally influencing the election?
No.
Okay, what are you voting for in the election?
Nothing.
Well, I'm voting for the...
I know what you are voting for, Naru.
You do?
I am listening. A lot. You keep talking about the Asgalists. At least, if I were to take your spoken word for it.
Spoken word. A second-level transmutation spell. It allows the caster to engrave a spoken message onto a surface. Whoever touches it will telepathically hear the message in their mind. However, this spell has been mostly used for the last 2 centuries as a way of mass-producing musical recordings.
Yes, it is true. Only you know what you intend to write down on that paper. So I retract my statement. I have heard what you have said, not what you truly believe.
Are you legally influencing the election?
No, not that either. I've played my part. Unolotia manatern, fate cannot sway.
What? You hear the growls coming deeper this time. From deep from its mind.
You humans, the humans, they are played not by me. The toxin of ideology seeps more thoroughly through their veins. It is formed slowly, then quickly. Then it subsumes an invisible force.
That's just ideas. That's how sentient beings have always worked.
Ideas are infectious. They creep from minds, crafting memes with poisonous power.
Memes! The DNA of the soul!
If I had such control, we would be one, you and I. But alas, it is beyond even my reach. Perhaps through indulging in your secrets, I too am a puppet of your collective dreams. The idea makes me incendiary, explosive.
I'm sorry?
You have done nothing beyond your nature. This is all simply my frustration against sentience itself, I suppose. However, simply by being aware of a problem, one can envision and unveil new powers of thought, including the ability to view past the illusion of choice. Not too dissimilar from Jor's viewing, I imagine, to watch the strings of fate collide and fray across the eras.
Jor's viewing?
Yes, the ability to view like him, beyond the 3rd dimension. You keep on thinking, Naru, and as will I. The time of ours will arrive with thunder and grim tidings one day. Once we both understand why and how these thoughts are controlling us. It is the start of the esoteric era. You do not forget, Naru. The gates shall rebuild.
So essentially saying our ideas are going to keep coming into a point where we're going to question and create statements around everything to the point where we start to question divinity and the world itself. We get more philosophical. That we start to view things outside of our own reality and dimension. I understand.
Good. We will see once the blood is proven.
You see his grin go wider than ever before.
Thank you for the knowledge run.
What did you give him? Can you tell me more about yourself?
About me, Naru? Oh, you can assume me, to be someone who loves to share. However, that kind of information would require a deal. That cannot be given for free.
He clicks his teeth.
Offer a secret, and I will tell.
I need help entering the Pillar of Jor.
Interesting. That must mean you know where your little hunt is going to end. Through the crack of Jor's realm.
You certainly confirmed it, at least.
Oops.
His maw widens.
The shut gate can be passed, yes. That, I'm afraid, I can only assist with if you sign my contract. I do not share such knowledge with anyone unaffiliated with the darkness. Of course, I would not suggest signing my contract simply to gain this knowledge. You should only sign if you wish to serve my assistance in this, or serve my assistance in this matter. Wish to serve. My assistance in this matter would simply be a bonus.
The beast wants you to sign, yet it does not wish you to know that. If I sign your contract, what boons can you offer me?
Becoming my next warlock has one major boon, of course. Knowledge.
Isn't it illegal to serve apparitions?
Somewhat.
Wait, actually?
In Norvikian code, there are some clauses about fiendish cults as well as far realm creatures. So, sadly, yes, I am an illegal entity. Even speaking to me without reporting it is illegal. Of course, if you were to report my existence, I guarantee it would not end well for you.
Got it, affirmative.
Good. If you wish to not work with me, I suggest you simply stay quiet and live your life as normal. Nothing bad will happen in that case.
You should not mess with this thing.
If only you were stronger.
The only choice now is to either bend or to leave. So no warlock magic powers?
Of course, in time. I will not promise you pure power. That is very much a misleading thing to do. You might not be suitable for far realm magic. Or you might be suitable for far realm magic, you might not.
That doesn't sound like a great deal in that case.
Perhaps, but it is the truth. So I will not promise anything I cannot deliver.
What would I have to do for you?
Oh, nothing that should interfere with your life goals. Sometimes I ask for some minor tasks to be completed. Nothing straight away.
What kind of tasks?
Eavesdropping in places I do not have access. Delivering messages to important people. Handling artifacts at times. Minor gigs, as they say.
All right, good to know.
Indeed. I hope I explained it well. If you sign my contract, it would be because you wish to serve, not because you wish to be granted boons.
What if I told you a secret about myself? A personal secret? I am responsible for my father's death.
Ah, I know of him. The troll killer.
Your goblin companion raises an eyebrow at the comment. If it wasn't for me, he would be alive.
You speak with such certainty. Such tragedy.
You hear a calming voice enter your mind. A son is not his father's guardian, cleric. Remember that.
She knows. This angel knows.
The monster closes his many eyes and growls.
Yes, that I did not know. Let me share knowledge in return. You might have heard whispers of another creeping beneath your city. One hoarding knowledge not much unlike myself. A rival, you might say. That fool refuses to do business, I'm afraid, but none of my favorite secrets is the tale of his past. The Nothic hiding under Norvik, the last of the Haggin Shags.
The Arcanist? He lets out another growl.
The Haggin Shags, a house of arcanists, masters of alchemical productions. As well as necromancy.
Sorry, friend, still texting.
These, if you excuse my tongue, wannabe warlocks were destroyed a long time ago. Unlike certain other houses, they did not survive the fall. Publicly.
There's a Haggin Shags Nothic under the city?
Himvrak. His lair moves along the esoteric shuffles beneath, having mastered their chaos a long time ago. A truly mad genius. He arrived in this city alongside the first settlers, you see, hiding among them. Back then he was human, set to turn the Tolin ruins into his own personal flying fortress. Yet he gained more knowledge than he bargained for in those halls and tunnels. The esoteric madness brought him into the darkness. He petitioned to Earth. His petition to Earth was the only showing he did, before disappearing permanently from human life. A petition rejected. In his gravity flip tower, the Nothic plots and plans.
What's he planning?
His empire, of course. Not that it will ever come to pass. A lone wizard in a time of ebb does not even a party make, let alone a kingdom. Yet he stalks the halls, hoarding books, stealing artifacts. The most important secret here is one none of this city knows, even those aware of that skulking Nothic below.
What?
He is building something, Naru. Decades of planning, all in secret.
What is he building?
That I do not know.
No guesses?
A cursed item, perhaps? Perhaps? Maybe a mass charm to bring the people under his sway. But see it as a tip. In the future, if you ever learn more about these Haggin Shags, come back and share with me. You will be rewarded.
To think another remnant of the Arcanists hides beneath these tunnels. You must seek him out once the election is over. You could learn so much from from one of the Arcane era. Thank you for your time.
You are welcome, Ron.
1 hour, it'll be midnight. We'll come back. Oh, man. What if I were to quick save?
Ron, hello.
isn't worthy of a secret. Boost my intelligence. Need to boost my int. What do I have for int boost? It's about the same boost. Wow, I do not have a lot of intelligence boosting stuff. Try that for a +4. Wait, hold on. $18. All right, that's about as good as I can get it. 18. All right. DC 18, and I've got an 18 intelligence with all these stat boosts. Let's do it! Fucking yes! This far realm beast might be savage in nature, but his demeanor is at least an attempt at civility. He will listen to a good argument, something that brings you into his favor if you were to offer him a bit more. Hold on. This far realm beast might be savage in nature, but his demeanor is at least an attempt at civility. He will listen to a good argument, something that brings you into his favor if you were to offer a bit more. One piece of information for free. Mr. Everglad, I don't mean to speak for you, however, your offer of potential knowledge would be much more interesting if you were to grant me a solid taste test, is it not?
Ah.
Excuse me. A little burp.
You make a good point. Be more than that. You make it sound as if you are quite happy about the idea of working with me, which I enjoy. So sure, I will grant you a piece for free. Now, you wish to hear why?
Why you sent your warlock to kill me. It lets out a grumble and squints the many eyes.
Let me tell you about the blood tongue prophecy. A night, dark as ink, some years past, a young scribe is overcome with maddening visions. On the morrow, the writing is recovered and kept secret by the council. Yet the whispers of its contents reached me nonetheless.
Oh, big yawn. Sorry.
I will not share its contents in full. That is an all too valuable secret. But I shall share this one passage. Scent of Ukul midst flame amiss. Loyal death upon the day of suffrage consumed. Laid at the feet of necrocratic doom. 1,000 clamors of iron's wrath, all wrought in sundered trove beneath stone. Their time itself as witness standeth mute, first by west, south, east, then north, an esoteric era marked forth.
Sounds like divine era scripture. The words of fate. Ukul leaves. Ukul leaves bring death on election day?
Yes.
He opens his maw and clicks his fangs together.
It is as unlikely as it appears, confirmed to be a truthful prophecy. Not yet come to pass fully, of course, as we are in fact not in an esoteric era born true, since the ebb still lingers.
So what does this have to do with you trying to kill me?
I wish the ebb to end. I saw in this prophecy my part to play. I saw the truth I could create. To bring about this fire to the legislative masses, a plot brought by the Mender's followers, the Elim elves. I chose to support a player in this game of intrigue, the one you seek. This rogue spellcaster you hunt.
You know who I'm after?
Of course, I know most things to know.
What can I trade to have you tell me?
I'm afraid to say nothing. But do not worry, you will find out in time.
So you tried to kill me to stop me from finding this rogue spellcaster of yours. His tentacles snap out around the cistern.
Freya was to destroy this government cleric sent to investigate, to make sure the prophecy was given to the space it needs to breathe. There was no doubt in my mind of this plan of action. Until you stepped into my chamber here, I see more than truth in you. It is obvious. I backed the wrong guy. Now I will look upon you instead. Run.
I still don't get it.
That is unfortunate. Bring me my esoteric era run. I am fully convinced you will.
He is not interested in debate here. He's not even interested in your opinion. This guy literally just wants to watch you do whatever it is you're going to do. How ominous. An aberration obsessed with fate. This will surely haunt you. Thank you for your time. So that's it. He saw a prophecy leading to something of the esoteric era and some kind of ebbing through it, and he wanted to stem the ebb, and by killing me, he was going to stem it. Holy shit. You approach the ominous door. The tunnel lays silent, only your breath is heard. Placed across the surface, you see pieces of paper covered in ancient writing. Seals. They keep the spirit inside the stable. This is freaking me out. Seals. Esoteric shackles, yes. This is a prison. Indeed. This area is an ancient prison of the Tulinkatl. These are cells. Cells of the soul. I have heard of these. The angels speak into your mind. A prison made by Anticipitalian folk. An iron door. Look around the crevice of the door, underneath, along the sides. You press your head against the ground, against the walls. You see clearly. This door does not lead anywhere. It is not tightly sealed, nor is it very fastened against the end of the tunnel. It is simply an iron door, sat upright against the wall. Oh, that's certainly freaky. That's actually freaky. Feels cursed, at minimum. It is, in fact, a magical way of capturing creatures, not cursed. Sounds cursed to me. That doesn't sound cursed to you? It does not sound cursed to me. Well, sounds cursed to me. A magical prison, lost in time. Look at the symbols. You lean in, checking them closely. You do not know this script. However, it is most likely some type of seal. Most likely in the snail folk's lost tongue. Hello? Your voice echoes down the tunnel. The angel beside you appears to freeze midair, her eyes focused on the iron door. Then, after several seconds, you hear, There's someone here. A light voice dances in the air. It gives you chills. Are you inside this door? There is silence for a while longer. Then the voice says, It's been so long. I see not. I feel not. Yet you I hear. You, beyond the door. I have a favor to ask you. I'm the first voice you hear in a long while and you want to ask a favor? Yes. Go on, ask. Okay. The voice is silent for a few seconds longer. Please, save my husband. Oh. You catch a glimpse of the goblin giving you a worried expression. I know not who you are. I do not speak your tongue. The strings grant me these few words. They broke his soul into paper. He made a grave mistake. But this punishment, it is beyond cruel. They wanted him to see the end of the world, to lose everything. My love, my foolish, petty, wonderful husband. I don't understand. We will help, don't worry. My fate is written. The voices fade beyond the door. Lady, we'll get you out of there. Please break him out. Please break the paper. Speak his name. Please. Save my Isk Urum. The pleading voice then stops. Lady? Hello? Nothing. Jeez. That was something else. I think I understand. A woman in distress. You need to help. There is no doubt. Yeah, let's look into this. Righty, we have to, Behind you, the angel is shivering. A glittering dust falls from her halo as it spins erratically. Celestial tears. A rare sight. Emotions from an instrument of death. Her voice enters your mind stuttering. This is a travesty. Agreed. Her body shakes in the air. To speak through an iron door takes a heavy toil. If she has truly been in there for millennia, then her soul is already withered. You must break the seal, cleric. We must save Isk Urum. Rip the seals. As your fingers touch the paper, the symbol upon its surface lights up, just for a split second. Then, all at once, as your fingers drag through it, the paper crumbles into bright white ash. Nothing appears to happen with the door. Snell looks at the dissolving dust, then to you. I hope you know what you're doing. She will rest. She deserves it. The sprinkle of golden dust falls from her many, many eyes. Let us save him. Yes. Always, Snell. Always. Sure. I believe you. He actually does. I should go. Alright. So we got that done. We are almost at in-game midnight. You approach the round door. Upon the surface, a single piece of paper clings to the metal. This one and crude drawing shows 3 creatures. A lion, a goat, and a snake. Childlike, almost mocking in its simplicity. The symbols carry a deep meaning. A seal, a prison, a warning. I like the goat. Which one do you like, Itir? The angel leans in. I enjoy the lion myself. It is a prideful creature. You also notice a crack in the door. It's small, found in between several large pieces of shells. You like goats, Snell? Yeah, it's a nice drawing. And I have no personal issues with goats. Lions and snakes, though, dangerous. I don't like that. I thought you liked catfolk. Catfolk are great. Lions, not so much. Now, can we please leave this thing alone? It's giving me the creeps. You like lions, Itir? The catfolk of Ascani have always fascinated me. Their architecture is beautiful. I agree. How swell. Her many eyes glare at you, urging you to do something or leave. Look through the crack of the crevice. You press your helmet against the crevice crack, peering through the narrow gap between iron and stone. Darkness, then movement. 3 sets of eyes, glowing faintly in the black. One pair burns with amber fire. Another gleams with an unsettling blackness. The third, cold and reptilian. All watching you. You pull back instinctively. Your heart is pounding. Something is alive in there. More than one. Of course, the goblin sighs. Why wouldn't there be? I'll come back to that later. Because if that is a chimera in there, no. No. I'm not dealing with a fucking chimera. Like, it is in-game midnight. It is way too late. Alright, what is down this way? Oh. Tull's Pass. Viska. Earthport. The fortress was still there 1,000 years ago, eh? Divinitorum. Ascan, Reeds, Elim Forest. It's a map. Today, this is a cursed land. Your homeland. The various dragon thrones of Old Deminor. Jor's Point. So it's like a big 3D map. Neat. Okay. All right. God, there's so much cool stuff in this game. Genuinely, there's a lot of cool stuff. All right. Let's get out of here, and then we will go to that ledge that we found earlier. Wow. All of that just in there. We found an eldritch monster. Whew. Good shit. All right, let's grab, we'll do this. You grab the vines, testing the weight. Light as a feather. You avoid the slick spots where the ancient resin is pooled. Calculating friction coefficients in real time. Your boots find a knot. Your hand finds a loop. Efficient. Clean. You are at the top of the ruin. A headless, decaying body. This belonged to some type of druid, it seems. Ooh! Is that all there is up here? That seems to be all there is up here. All right. Son of a bitch. You step forward, hands gleefully grasping the loose, fitted bronze helm. It tingles. A slightly esoteric item. But suddenly, one of the roots appears to swipe at you. Huh? It hits you hard, forcing you back. A rib fractured. Oh! The roots return to their original spot, faintly slithering on the moist stone ruins. That's a nice helm. I can see why you'd want it. It looks like it belonged to a Fade-era human. Curious. Step back, still in pain. All right. Oh my god, please let me run. Oh, I'm hitting... that would explain it. I'm hitting control, not shift. Again, chat, I am not a person that is used to using a keyboard and mouse. Oh, hello. Oh, hi. Why, hello there, cleric. You approach the elf as she tips her cap in your general direction. I received your precarious delving. What are your precarious delving? Hello again, elf. You watch her face contort into that too wide, slightly unnerving smile. She is happy to see you. The roots whisper of the man in iron. Of the man in iron. Now, how he broke the winter's plague, the dreaded Gorgalash. Of course, most of this was spread by Cocoloronomoroso after you saved him from the esoteric freeze. The mushroom man's name quite literally rolls off her tongue. Highly impressive use of the fungal's primitive pronunciation. If you care so much, why didn't you help? It was nothing. She leans on her staff and tilts her cap to the side. So what will you do now, cleric? Good info. Good question. I got some good info from that Freestrider fellow that Gorgalash had imprisoned. Oh. I think I need to travel to another dimension. Oh. Her eyes light up. You speak of... She mutters and glues her gaze onto the pillar rising up into the mist. I know of primal spirits who journey through the gates, even those thought long ago closed, shut, locked. You know how to travel to the other side? No, that is not something for the likes of my powers. Opetajani, my teacher, Hierophant Opidana. She is one of few creatures upon the undercoast who knows the secret of the leftover gates. But that pillar is no such nook, nor is it forgotten. It is simply very, very short. There are other gates then? So many, but they will not help you if you are looking for something inside there, the elf mutters. I only know of two who might help you. Two who influence I've heard whispers of. Capea mies pimeasa tornisan siten tuatvon tinen sif. I don't know how to pronounce this. I imagine it is based on a real world language. I just don't know what language it is. I have no idea. The Pale Man and the Sphinx, of course. Sphinxy? Sphinxy? Yes. All this, the Sphinx of the titular drunken Sphinx. I'm not the usual customer. However, if you have not gained her ire yet, then she could be one to help you inside the pillar, potentially. Viskin? Yes, Viskin. I do not hold contempt for him, despite his nature. Variolmeli can be found in Everstasis in many forms, left as tutors, guardians, or watchers by the elven stars. Stars. Varomieli, Mind of Shadows, a type of lichdom created through primal stasis, usually by powerful druids or elven wizards. Unlike ordinary liches, they do not inspire as much dread nor hold as much power, due to their balance with the natural world. In other words, they do not consume souls to keep living, but rather just stay permanent. Vesken is similar, it seems, for now. He holds much knowledge about the pillar in particular. If you dare, you should speak with him. Is there anyone else? Yes. Her smile fades into a frown as she looks through the mist to the west. Since you've survived the trip to the Room of Pipes, I'm assuming you've already met with the Master of Whispers, the one who hears the pipes. Everglad? She nods her cap. I do not recommend it. Beyond the powers of Sphinxy, god damn it, Sphinxy and Visken, a deal with the aberration would surely allow you to enter the pillar, but the price would be steep. Steep price? Master, be careful. Yes, listen to your aberration, friend. It would know well. I'll never deal with such an abomination. I'll consider it. Do that at your own peril. Her smile returns. You'll make a good choice, I believe. And I wish you luck on your esoteric journey. The elf understands the seriousness of your quest. She supports you. This might be one of the truly good elves around. Fuck off! What's up with these little pinecone guys?
Those are Meninkainen, what the humans call Vatar. Primal spirits. They live everywhere. I think they specifically wanted to come out to greet you after ridding the area of that foul winter's plague.
She smiles.
They're happy.
The primal magic proves useful.
Good. I'm still surprised by your affinity for the primal cleric. You could make a good druid if you stripped a bit.
Nude?
She nods. Yes.
Even the... Point at your helmet.
Yes, cleric. I do not know of any druids of any circles who carry man-made iron upon their flesh. Not today. Not since the Great Split some 200 years ago.
Great Split. Great Split, a collection of primal wizards in Old Dominor who left behind their old title of the Circle of Earth. This betrayal is still an open wound for many a druid. Right, that's the whole thing with the druids who became wizards.
More or less, yes. In short, some druids left their route to become arcanists during the war.
Also, ad break in 5 minutes, heads up.
This was generally considered to be a bad move, and a terrible choice for all of the natural world.
She smiles. A more genuine one this time.
I say we need all kinds of people to keep balance, including you, no matter what you wear or what your title is.
The elf leans in, grabbing your shoulder for a moment.
The spirits are watching you run along the strings. Wisps. Little ignorant flames. Some of them primal, some not.
She turns to look out into the mists.
They root for you. For Snell, too. And for her, Mrs. Celestial.
Thanks. He's standing very far away, isn't he? Your angel companion simply nods her head. I got that stuff from Lord Pooh.
Ah, Rakas Puni, how lovely. I hope you got along.
Yeah, though I gotta ask, really, what is your relationship with that tree?
Fine, I'll admit it. I might be stringing him along a bit.
Oh.
Yes, nothing I'm too proud of. But some trees of the more virile variety tend to enjoy attention. Not the debaucherous kind, mind you. The kind of attention given by the heart. But in a 10-minute conversation a month gives... If a 10-minute conversation a month gives an old tree his jitters, then who am I to deny him?
Sounds like elder abuse.
No.
She gives you a wide grin. Wow. Oh my god. Gesture towards Snell. You're still...
Yes, cleric.
You hear the sneer in his words, despite him standing a fair bit away. The elf chuckles.
Cute.
Have you met a tear?
No, but I have heard of her.
The mushroom lady lifts her cap slightly as to get a better view of the floating celestial.
A golden veteran, serving human interests. You must have quite the story.
She replies with a telepathic message. An elf serving goblin interests. She lets out a hearty but still sort of creepy laugh.
Yes, my situation is a story as well, isn't it? I won't pry. That's not my intention. But I wish you luck, my angel friend.
Friend. She lowers her cap and looks back to you.
You're collecting quite the little warband, aren't you?
That's not what it's called, but sure. I thought I'd call it, but sure. She nods and smiles. Well, I should be going now.
Same here, cleric. I have to stop on by our friend Coco.
I'm just gonna say Coco. That name is like That is a Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers type of name. Her lips move so fast it looks like she's having a seizure. You could probably match that speed, though. A wonderful dialect. I'll try it again. Say hi to Kokoro no Momo no... Kokoro no Momo... Kokoro Momomo no Ros... Kokoro Momo no... Bleh. Say hi to Coco for me. Snell turns to you with wide eyes. Kokoro ro no Momo... Kokoro no Momo no Rosso. Kokoro Momo no Rosso. Kokoro no Momoso. Kokoro no Momoso. Kokoro no Momoso. There we go. He gives you a little golf clap. I will, cleric. I promise. You watch her waddle off in a very unique style of walking. Traps might be my least favorite thing about this gig. All the mushrooms, that's probably second in line. Time to go. Alright, in-game midnight. I am missing that helmet, but oh well. So we learned her secret that she's leading on a tree. That's fucking awful. I feel bad for that tree. Like, she admitted that she's leading him on. You have something for me? As you speak, he takes a few jumpy steps closer. Oh, that's way too close. You should close your eyes. Poof of smoke suddenly explodes from the mushroom man. Not smoke. Spores. Cough and wheeze. Ah, jeez, I knew this would happen. Breathe, cleric. That is a gift. As the spores fall on the ground and the air clears, you feel a slight sting in your throat and nose. Oh, it is good. Thank you. He tells you the spores are helpful to you. Enjoy them. This place is pretty crazy. Big mushrooms, glowing mushrooms, talking mushrooms. He agrees somewhat. Cool. Maybe we can leave him be or come back later or something. Don't we have things to do? Time to go. All right. So let's go back up. So, astral projection, huh? So we have to find it down here somehow, but I don't know where the fuck I'd find it, is the problem. Astral projection. Because we're in-game midnight, and I know I have at least a good amount of time before I get hit by points of exhaustion. Because exhaustion is a thing in this game. All right. Yeah, I think I've explored everything down here. The only thing that's really left is that one room with the Chimera in it, but I am not touching that room yet. Well, the ad break's about to start, so 3 minutes, then an hour of no pre-rolls, so... Oh, the ad break had started and I played through it. Oops. I got too into the game. I'm so sorry. I mistook the messages. I guess that's no ad break skip on this one. Oops. Sorry, chat. I didn't even notice. I was so into the conversations. All right. So, Viskin says astral projection. And according to the Sphinx, we solve the Sphinx's riddle, and then we go, and then she can help us out. But I have no fucking idea. Okay. So I have no idea where I'd... Maybe we... I have a point of exhaustion is the problem. Was there any other chambers that I might be missing in here? The other thing is that because I started later than I normally do, my timetables on my ad breaks are kind of fucked up a little bit. I don't regret it though, because I am glad I went out to go get Indian food with my dad. I had some fantastic tandoori chicken, and another curry that was really good. I just feel, yeah. So, like, you ever get into such a routine that when you're thrown off by even like 5 to 10 minutes, like your entire equilibrium of your plans just feel fucked up? That's what happens to me with this sometimes. All right, save. Just in case I biff it really badly. Maybe it's in here. Rip down the seal. You reach for the paper. Your fingers brush against the crude drawing. Esoteric energy surges through your arm like lightning. Damn. The seal holds fast. This isn't just paper. It is a binding. Primal and arcane. Powerful and precise. But you cannot stop now. It is already in your hand. I can't... Oh, the pain is overwhelming. But you live. Grit your teeth. Yes, grit your teeth. Ignore it. Your palm flat against the seal. The energy fights back. Burning, searing. But you hold. The paper begins to crack. Glowing lines split across its surface. And the paper crumbles into ash. Nothing happens with the door. It remains shut. Huh. It appears whatever was inside has been lost along with the seal. That was awful. Oh. So nothing happened after all. Oh well. Alright. There's the guy here that can help me with that. I genuinely cannot think of... Oh! Oh, I can pick up her dagger. Unluck Blade. Dexterity -1 con. Against full... Ooh. Interesting. That would explain why she was hitting me so damn well. One of those ancient daggers that once had the capability to cast a wish. All the charges are spent, but the esoteric energies inside are still rumbling, causing a tiny esoteric pocket to rage all around it. While holding the dagger, you perform the exact opposite action of the one you intended to perform. You say yes when you mean no. Attempting to stab the blade in the air causes to instead shove it into your own stomach. So let's just keep it holstered for now. Yeah, because it intentionally wants to go after lawful creatures, and what's more lawful or lawful adjacent than a cleric? Man, this game is so fascinating. Also, I'd like to have... Let's have this one on. I want to rock this helmet. This is really convincing me at some point that I should get the Esoteric Ebb D20 that's available. Because yes, there is a thing in a store available right now where you can go get dice based on this game, one of which is a D20 inspired by the Cleric. And I'm really tempted, y'all. I really, really am. I don't know what material it's made out of, but it's really seriously making me consider it. Because I love specialized merch for media of any kind. I mean, as I said last time, I literally bought the Blu-ray for Monster and the Lena Inverse figure that got put up for pre-order. Excuse me. And, I mean, shit, a dice set based on this? Like, that already is intriguing enough. Okay. Well, we finally figured out who the assassin was. I cannot think of anything else for us to be able to do, so... The problem is that I don't know where I'm supposed to find this astral projection spell. Because Viskin's supposed to be able to catch it, and then the... The Sphinx's riddle, I have no damn idea what that's supposed to mean. Because what she's implying with her riddle is that I have to go below and find some kind of fire solution. I still haven't even found the guy that can teach me speak with dead. Because I thought he'd be in the catacombs, but no, the duck was. It's fair to say I'm a tad confused. Oh, hey, he's here. Cleric of Norvik. The dwarf's glowing smoldering eyes glitter as he bows before you. Lovely to see you. Me and Romulus here are taking a little break before we head back to Dvargby. Hello, Axel. He laughs, clearly somewhat inebriated. Oh, and I hope the pickaxe been treating you well. Try to pet Romulus. The rust monster snaps at your fingers and Axel's gently pushes your hand away. I suggest staying at a distance. You're essentially draped in his favorite meal, cleric. The pickaxe? Oh, right, that thing. Yep. Again, it doesn't quite work right, but if you play around with it, I'm sure you'll be able to get something useful out of it. So you're an adventurer? Ah, that'd be a decent term for it. Though, some veterans would give me crap for if I tried to label myself that way. I've only been around a few laps. Like where? Oh, mostly city below. It's less interesting than it was in my father's time, back during the real dungeoneering, back when they'd go adventuring all the way to Tolstad to forge for the Furies, or to the Forge of the Furies. But, there is still a few crevices to crack open right here in the city. I assume you've noticed yourself down there. Even in a top-level area like Tolstad's below, there's quite a few secrets to uncover, and monsters to run into. He is a classic delver. Norvik's a bit of a dry spot at the moment, but some areas inland get very adventuring adventuring investments Norvik's a bit of a dry spot at the moment, but some areas inland get various adventuring investment parties from time to time. He laughs. Though I did join an adventure to the water. Though I did join a venture to the Burn Coast one time. Just to the outskirts, of course. To some kobold-held ruins. Can't talk more about it. Something hefty NDA. The Burned Coast is filled with all kinds of ancient ruins. You could uncover many esoteric wonders there. Where are you from, Axel? My home is the settlement of Stenstorp, if you haven't heard of it. Tell me more. You haven't heard of it. Not much to tell. Stensthorpe is small and peaceful. I get back there once every other year or so to visit family. They sometimes want me to stay and join the mining corps. Maybe when I'm older. How'd you end up here? In Norvik? He scratches his beard. It was a business trip originally. I joined one of my uncles on a delve. That got me hooked. Ended up just sticking around on the third trip. What the fuck is that first answer? Fuck off. So when are you leaving? He laughs. Depends on who wins the election. He shakes his head and mutters, but really, I'm a bit of a lost soul. At least until I find those lost mines. Then I'll be set for life. Romulus lets out a screech. Yes, that's the spirit. You really like this guy. Who are you voting for in the election? Bit of a sensitive subject. I try not to be too vocal about my thoughts. But I'm leaning Asgal. Might go Freestrider since they've got one hell of a program planned for privatizing, inventorying, and delving across the Scanny. But then again, I don't exactly believe myself to be such a winner in a gold-hearted world. If you catch my drift. The rust monster makes a screeching noise. Romulus sure does. Freestriders will allow you to engage in your excavations and explorations much more freely. You should vote for them. Asgals will make sure the economic prosperity of adventuring parties is shared among the populace instead of going from an old horde to a new one. The city of Norvik has done a great... No. Future god, wizard, king of the city, I will surely require strong adventurers to guide and protect this lands. Asgalists. Yes, that's what I'm afraid of. But we'll see. There's still time until... Romulus and I have some thinking to do. The rust monster touches his hand with sprouts. What kind of dwarf are you? I'm an underdwarf. That's where the glowing eyes come in. Underdwarf. The dwarves of the Undercoast. Their own term for it would be Glodvargen, or Glodverg. Verg? Glodverg. Or Glodverg. It's Glod? I'm not really certain about the way you enunciate the different O's and A's and U's and so forth with all of the little spots above them. I don't know the terms. Glodvargen. Glodverg. We're descendants from Isers and distant cousins of the exiled Asgalist dwarves here in Norvik. Don't call him a dark dwarf. Axel is clearly one of the good ones, so use whatever words he's happy. Fuck off! Like, you don't call him that because it's the right thing to do, not, like, don't say one of the good ones. That's really bad. That's the same shit that fucking Rollo and the shitheads here did. It is interesting that you are all of a sudden so interested in getting on his good side simply because of his job. Gotta keep networking. Gotta keep those contracts fresh and lucrative. So don't call him a slur. So you're different from the dwarves here in Norvik. He straightens up and grins at you. When Asgal fell and his underground empire reverted into its original highborn shape, his followers were exiled to the surface. That's the dwarves here in Norvik, the exiles. Then we got those fancy-pantsy dwarves who took over the fallen empires, the Empire Dwarves, as they call themselves. Then there's us. Some call us Dark Dwarves, but we prefer the term Underdwarf, even if our own term for it is Glodverg, which means something more like Smoldering Dwarf, I believe. That's a better description of it. Sure is. That's all for now. See you on election day. Can you tell me the riddle again? She chuckles. Arcane flare, twin tongues of flames that scorch the air, burrowed deep within the earth, a primal string to show your worth. Falcon gods and thronging herds, a divine man alone houses words. All right. It has to do with the Pillar of Jor down below. I cannot think of anything else it might be. Genuinely. It's in-game midnight, or just after. So, I think Maybe we check on the pillar again. Because we had an intelligence roll that we could do down there, so let's go do that. May as well. I literally have no other idea of what we can do. And I think after I do that intelligence roll, we'll probably end for the night. Because we are approaching the 3-hour mark, and because I started late, it's just kind of an awkward timetable. Yeah, I normally am good about making sure my ad breaks are on time, but sometimes when you're playing a game, you get so engrossed in the conversation, and because the bright green of the notification I get on Twitch is so like different, or it's like similar to the ones showing that the ad break has started. Yeah, I basically need to get yelled at that the ads are starting. I don't know, maybe I could do something with Mix It Up or Nightbot. I'll think on it. All right, in we go. All right, Pillar of Jor. Touch the mossy pillar. And then Intelligence 4. Natural fucking 20. Now, with the pillar you see so far beneath your dear decaying city, the voices are loud. You know damn well what they are. Only a fool would ignore it. The unreasonable assessment of death. Press your palm hard against the surface. Many have written about the Pillars of Jor. Modern scholars talk about them as nothing but relics of the Great War, gates themselves, to other worlds, the worlds we all came from. However, Arcanists knew better. While it is not common knowledge and most would consider it nothing but an esoteric conspiracy, the great men of Old Demenor understood the pillar. They knew they are gates. Gates. Dormant gates. But these whispers beyond are not some alien mind attempting to converse. No, it is but the mindless chattering of souls. Souls of our dead. They are finding their way into these dormant gates. Why, you cannot tell. But that is what these screams are. The yelling of the dead. How horrific. Yes, it is. But this is as far as you go. You understand little about this esoteric relic of the Gate era. Except the souls. You feel the dead inside. Oh. Yes, something to analyze at a later date. For now, having discovered these many levels of the pillar, you feel confident in traversing the paths between them. You have unlocked fast travel between... Baby. Okay. Nice, it's good to know I've secured these paths now. Secured? For the moment, yes. Remember, any part of the city below which is not continuously inhabited and tamed will eventually be reclaimed. Reclaimed and scattered. Feel connected to the pillar. It is not eerie, nor is it strange, but it is but a familiar scent. One that is just beyond your mental grasp. As the blue will say, in time. Right. Remember to feel as much as you think. The esoteric is not something to be only detailed on paper. It is a wild thing, to be lured and to be loved. This thing sure is way more active than I'd imagined, considering it's just sticking out at the center of the city.
A shift might be happening, but that is not for you to investigate. Not now.
Leave it for now.
Yes, in time, it will be more important. For now, you will do as all the others do when it comes to these pillars. Leave them alone.
To Tolstad. Yippee! Oh, God. Let's talk with Snell, see if he has anything to say. You approach your companion. Let's get on with it. Do you want to sleep in the guard tower with me? I'm good.
A true statement.
Such a goody gold grovel. Goody gold grove. Understandable. Understandable. I respect your opinion. You should have just said I respect your opinion. Is it because the guard tower is nasty, or because you don't want to have a slumber party with me? He thinks about it for a second. Then he says, 20% number 1, 80% number 2. That's how long you spend in the bathroom. That's how long I spend in the bathroom. The goblin stares at you, then laughs. Good one. Quick-witted for once. For once. Don't ruin the moment. But don't worry. I'm sure you'll enjoy that tower, as long as she isn't there. I kind of like her. Do you have something against my celestial roommate? First of all, that's a very funny sentence. Secondly, no, I don't. Just be careful, is all I'm saying. Don't want someone powerful like her on your bad side. Let's go. Well, we have to find an astral projection scroll. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to find that. Like, Ooh. Despite its dormant nature, the pillars of Jor is highly active inside. The souls of dead flowing through it, you hear them for now. Okay, let's take this into root, and then that'll be it for the night. Excuse me, big yawn.
Delved deep, sought far, seek within, watched without. The pillar of Jor, an ancient bulwark, its gate rising beyond.
Yeah, I got pretty deep down to figure this thing out.
Yet it continues, far, far below, each step of the way making it clearer to you, how little they matter, these vestiges of the maker of your world. But they are not esoteric rock. They are but esoteric rock. Rock which sits until something changes.
This isn't making things much clearer, to be honest.
That is okay. Remember the words, the ones written upon the soft tissue at the back of your head. Feel the esoteric. Sway it. To tame it in hubris and pride will always result in tragedy. A fool's talk. You are a genius at work. This investigation has led one step closer to that illustrious title you seek.
God damn it.
String Master. No. This magic must be wielded in attunement with the divine. Nothing else. Listen to the voice of God. It shan't lead you astray.
That's not the voice you heard, buddy. That was, if anything, a potential patron, which is, of course, way more exciting. Okay, so I'm sensing some different paths here.
Yes, 3 of them. You may not know where they shall lead, but you may consider each.
How about voice of God?
Earth watches upon you. His spirit channels your power each day, and that will never change. Trust in the divine.
Whenever you roll a d20, another hidden d20 is rolled. If that die is the same as your die, you critically succeed. If both are natural 20s, you regain all your hit points, you regain all your spent spell slots, you lose all levels of exhaustion, and you become genuinely happy for 1d4 seconds. Oh, I love this game. That's fucking funny. If only I could roll 1d4 for happiness. Or maybe 1d4 less depression. Focus on your mastery of the esoteric. This knowledge, as cryptic as it is, will help you on your way. For each level of spell slots you have, you gain 1 additional maximum spell slot. Oh! That's pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think it might be getting close to time for me to stop, actually. I'm gonna... Ugh. Tell me about communing patron. You got a friend beyond. They'll take care of you, in a win-win sort of situation. If you take damage that would cause you to go to 0, a mysterious force protects you. If this happens, you take no damage and lose 1 first-level spell slot. If you don't have any first-level spell slots, this does not apply. And yes, this is different from the godly voice thing. But mostly in aesthetics, which is the most important aspect, to be fair. Ready to make a decision? Well... yes, you know it. Come on. I think the first one, well... oh my god, damn it. I think the first one, while it's got some really good effects to it, I think that might just be way too dependent on luck for me. So I think I'm just gonna go with String Master. Or... I think Communing Patron, actually, because what if I go through another fight? Yeah, because I have not been using my spells that much. You'll be very popular. Just remember to keep your guard up. Alright, well, as I said, that's going to be it. But we made some progress, we finally learned some things, and we met some characters, alright. Yeah, fucking awesome game. I will still say that there are parts of the writing that I do find to be a bit lacking, but for the most part, this game is fascinating and really, really cool. But yeah, I think day 5 is the last day before the election to do, so... I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about this final bit. Maybe it's one of those things where I have to wait until the final day in order for me to do everything. So maybe what we'll do next time we stream this is start a new day and then see what happens from there. I hope I don't fail. So we'll have to see. But thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope you all have a good rest of your time zones. Well, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. VOD watchers on YouTube. I'm usually live on Twitch on Tuesdays through Thursdays at 7 p.m. CST. To see my schedule, as well as any updates, like with this week's schedule being a bit different since I'm not streaming on Thursday this week due to the next Fest event I'm doing, please follow me on my Blue Sky. I usually announce when I'm going live over there as well. And my Blue Sky link, as well as my links to my Twitch and everything, are in the description. So be sure to check out those links. And yeah, nothing else to really announce on that front. So VOD watchers, stay hydrated, keep your postures checked, be good out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.